Have you ever noticed how some nights you sleep straight through, and other nights you're awake again and again, padding toward the bathroom in the dark? That shift isn't random. Your bladder responds gently or not depending on what you ate, how fluids move through your body during the day, your sodium load, and how relaxed your muscles are when you rest. In this guide, we're going to talk about a few humble beans that can calm bladder irritation and help your body manage fluids more smoothly at night. The third one may surprise you. I promise you've probably never thought about it this way. And stay with me until the end, because there's a quiet bonus tip that ties everything together. Let's begin with something soft, mild, and deeply supportive to kidney filtration. This food helps steady sodium levels, ease fluid retention, and encourage gentle detox through natural plant fibers. We're starting with the quiet power of cannellini beans. Cannellini beans, often called white kidney beans, carry far more kidney-friendly nourishment than their simple appearance suggests. Just one cooked cup offers about 11 grams of fiber, which helps bind excess sodium and metabolic waste in the gut. When that happens, your kidneys don't have to strain as hard to flush those particles out through urine. Instead, filtration becomes calmer and more rhythmic, easing internal pressure that can otherwise lead to fatigue or swelling. That same fiber supports regular bowel movements, which matters more than most people realize. When waste backs up in the intestines, fluid elimination throughout the body slows too, placing extra burden on the kidneys. Cannellini beans also provide around 17 grams of plant-based protein per cup, a form of protein that creates far less acid than animal sources. This matters because your kidneys are responsible for neutralizing excess acid in the bloodstream, and chronic overload can quietly exhaust them. This gentle, clean protein supports muscle strength, immune balance, and tissue repair without pushing kidney filtration into overdrive. It allows the kidneys to do their job steadily, without the constant stress of acid neutralization. Cannellini beans also contain roughly 1,180 milligrams of potassium per cup, a mineral that supports healthy filtration and fluid balance when consumed mindfully. When potassium levels are stable, nerve signaling and muscle function stays smooth throughout the body, including the bladder muscles that help control urine flow at night. For those with kidney impairment or on dialysis, potassium intake must be closely monitored, as excess can build up in the blood. But for individuals with healthy kidney function, potassium helps flush sodium and maintain calm, balanced hydration, setting the stage for deeper, more uninterrupted sleep. One of the quieter gifts in these beans is their folate. Each cooked cup provides about 255 micrograms, and that matters more than it sounds. Folate supports cellular repair inside kidney tissue, helping the body build healthy new cells within the nephron, the tiny filtering unit that does the real work inside your kidneys. When those nephrons are well nourished, filtration feels smoother and more efficient, as if the kidneys can finally exhale. Over time, low folate levels can slow this repair and leave kidney tissue more vulnerable to inflammation. Cannellini beans also carry natural polyphenol and flavonoids, gentle plant compounds that calm inflammation inside the nephrons. Inflammation can quietly restrict blood flow and lead to scarring, which narrows the kidney's filtering capacity. These compounds help soften oxidative stress and protect kidney cells, creating a steadier, more peaceful filtering environment when eaten regularly. Their soluble fiber plays another deeply supportive role. It helps bind nitrogen-based waste in the gut before it ever reaches the kidneys. With less urea and metabolic waste to process, the kidneys don't have to push as hard, which supports long-term function as the body ages. This is especially meaningful for people dealing with insulin-related kidney strain, because soluble fiber also steadies blood sugar and reduces the sharp spikes that damage delicate kidney blood vessels. Cannellini beans also have a naturally low glycemic index, making them a comforting choice for anyone sensitive to blood sugar swings or at higher risk of diabetes-related kidney stress. Stable glucose levels protect renal circulation and help prevent tiny injuries within the glomeruli, the small filtering clusters inside each kidney. There's also a gentle, almost unnoticed diuretic effect. These beans encourage healthier urine flow during the day, helping the body clear excess fluid earlier, so the bladder doesn't have to work overtime at night. Research from the Harvard School of Public Health has shown that white beans support healthier blood pressure and improve sodium excretion. When blood pressure softens and sodium clears more efficiently, kidney microcirculation improves, filtering strain eases, and fluid is less likely to pool in the feet or face. It's a quiet kind of support, but over time, it makes a meaningful difference. The sweet spot with cannellini beans is surprisingly gentle, about half a cup to 1 full cup a day. Enjoying them at lunchtime works beautifully because your body can process fluids gradually while you're upright and moving. That steady afternoon filtration often means less urgency later, when you're trying to rest. It's best not to eat them too late in the evening, though. Digestion and fluid processing at night can quietly stimulate urine production and interrupt sleep. With the kidneys, timing truly matters. Preparation can be simple and comforting. A creamy cannellini bean spread blended with olive oil, rosemary, and just a pinch of turmeric makes a calming addition to lunch or a light snack on whole grain crackers. Skip added salt completely. Sodium asks the kidneys to hold on to fluid and then release it suddenly, which is exactly what we're trying to avoid. Another soothing option is a gentle kidney support bean soup with cannellini beans, celery, carrot, parsley, and a low-sodium broth. Slow simmering helps protect the fiber and the plant compounds that make these beans so supportive. When you shop, dry beans are the gold standard if you can manage them. They give you full control over sodium and offer a fresher, creamier texture once cooked. If canned beans are more practical, choose ones clearly labeled "no salt added." Avoid beans packed in brine. The extra sodium directly burdens the kidneys and encourages fluid retention. Keep dry beans in an airtight container on a cool shelf, and they'll stay fresh for up to a year. You can deepen their effect by pairing cannellini beans with other kidney-friendly foods. Parsley, celery, and cucumber work especially well, supporting hydration balance and gentle fluid movement. Try not to combine them with high-sodium foods like deli meats or aged cheeses, which quickly undo their calming influence by pulling fluid back into the tissues. A few important notes deserve care. Anyone on dialysis or with potassium restrictions should monitor portions closely, as excess potassium can become dangerous in those situations. Digestive discomfort can also happen if beans aren't prepared properly. Soaking dry beans for 8 to 10 hours and rinsing them before cooking removes some of the indigestible starches that cause gas, making them far easier on the body. Have you ever noticed how some foods seem to send you to the bathroom all night, while others let you sleep peacefully until morning? Paying attention to those patterns can teach you a lot about how your kidneys respond to what you eat. And if you've ever swapped plant protein for meat and noticed less swelling or heaviness, that's not your imagination. Everything we've explored with cannellini beans shows how a small, consistent habit can quietly support your kidneys. It's gentle. It's natural. And over weeks, not hours, it can make a meaningful difference. Bean number 2. Now let's gently shift to a bean with deep, rich color and a quiet kind of power. Adzuki beans. Their natural red hue comes from anthocyanins, plant compounds that act almost like internal scrubbers, helping cleanse and protect delicate kidney tissue over time. Before we go on, Take a moment with me. Where are you watching from? Are you dealing with kidney concerns, nighttime urination, or swelling? If you're here to support your kidneys naturally, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so we can keep walking this path together. And if this is helping you, leave a 1 in the comments or a 0 if it's not. I truly want to know. Adzuki beans may be small and softly flavored, but nutritionally, they're remarkably strong. Just 1 cooked cup delivers about 16.8 grams of fiber, an impressively high amount. That fiber binds to waste in the digestive tract before it ever reaches the kidneys. With less metabolic debris arriving at the kidneys, filtration becomes smoother, calmer, and far less stressful for the nephrons, the tiny filtering units doing the real work. This is one reason many people notice they feel lighter, less swollen, and less bloated when high-fiber beans become a regular part of their meals. That same cup also provides around 17 grams of clean, plant-based protein, supporting tissue repair and kidney structure without increasing acid load in the bloodstream the way animal protein often does. When acid levels stay lower, the kidneys don't have to work overtime neutralizing them and can focus instead on gentle detox and balance. This can be especially supportive for people with early kidney sensitivity or metabolic strain. The mineral profile of Adzuki beans is just as comforting. They offer about 130 milligrams of magnesium per cup, which helps relax blood vessels and improve kidney microcirculation, the delicate blood flow through the tiniest vessels inside the kidneys. When circulation improves, each nephron receives better oxygen and nourishment, allowing it to function with greater ease. Adzuki beans also provide roughly 1,200 milligrams of potassium, supporting fluid balance and helping the body manage sodium more gracefully. This mineral balance encourages natural cleansing, though anyone with reduced kidney function or taking medications like ACE inhibitors or certain diuretics should monitor potassium carefully. What truly sets Adzuki beans apart, though, is their richness in anthocyanins, the same protective antioxidants found in blueberries and blackberries. These compounds help quiet oxidative stress, protect kidney cells from chronic inflammation, and prevent stiffening of the tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys. Over time, this means better circulation, gentler filtration, and a more resilient kidney environment. Small bean. Deep color. Powerful, steady support. What makes Adzuki beans especially comforting for the kidneys is how gently they work over time. Their rich antioxidant profile helps slow tiny, invisible damage and activates the body's own cellular protection pathways. They also provide a natural B vitamin complex, which quietly supports metabolic detox. These vitamins help enzymes break down nutrients more cleanly, reduce toxic byproducts, and support energy production inside kidney tissue itself. When those systems are well nourished, detoxification flows more smoothly, and the filtering process feels far less strained. Adzuki beans also support kidney microcirculation, the soft, steady movement of blood through the tiniest renal capillaries. When circulation improves, filtration becomes more effective, allowing the kidneys to clear metabolic waste with greater ease. They help the body bind and eliminate nitrogen-based compounds like urea and uric acid, which are often responsible for heaviness, stiffness, and internal pressure. If you've ever noticed swelling in your hands or feet after eating certain foods, this is often why. Those foods support filtration and waste removal at a deeper level. Research discussions from Johns Hopkins Medicine have highlighted the role legumes play in vascular health and filtration efficiency. Stronger, more flexible blood vessels inside the kidneys help prevent narrowing over time and support steady filtration as the body ages. This is what makes Adzuki beans so powerful. They offer this support naturally, through food, not pills. For most people, the ideal portion is about half a cup per day. That amount delivers meaningful kidney support without overwhelming digestion or pushing fiber and potassium too high at once. Timing matters here too. Enjoying Adzuki beans in the afternoon or early evening helps the kidneys process accumulated fluid before nightfall. It's best to avoid them late at night, though their gentle diuretic effect can increase urine output and quietly interrupt sleep. Slow, steady nourishment, calm circulation, and kidneys that don't have to work so hard just to keep you balanced. When you're choosing Adzuki beans, let your eyes guide you. Look for beans that are small, evenly shaped, and a deep, vibrant red. That uniformity usually means they were harvested at the right time and stored with care. Beans that look cracked, dull, or shriveled are often older and have lost some of their nutritional vitality. Fresher dried beans not only cook faster, but they also become softer and creamier, which makes them much easier on digestion. Preparing them can feel nurturing rather than complicated. One gentle option is a warming bowl made with Adzuki beans, turmeric, spinach, and a drizzle of olive oil. This combination is naturally anti-inflammatory and creates a deeply nourishing, kidney-friendly meal. Another comforting idea is a lightly sweet bean mash blend. Cooked Adzuki beans with a small amount of peanut butter and a sprinkle of cinnamon. It feels like dessert, yet still supports kidney health with fiber, antioxidants, and very little sodium. A few quiet cautions are worth keeping in mind. Because Adzuki beans are rich in potassium and magnesium, eating very large amounts every day could throw mineral balance off over time. Anyone taking ACE inhibitors or diuretics should be especially mindful, as these medications change how the kidneys manage potassium. And if your body is sensitive to fiber, it's best to increase bean intake slowly, giving your digestion time to adapt. Have you ever noticed how your urine output shifts when you eat certain foods regularly? Or how some days you feel puffy, while other days your body releases fluid more easily? Those signals are your kidneys speaking to you. Learning to listen can be incredibly empowering. If this has been helpful so far, take a moment to like the video. It may seem small, but it helps this message reach others who are quietly looking for kidney support too. Now that we've explored how Adzuki beans support kidney filtration from so many angles, let's move gently into the next one. Bean number 3. Now we come to a bean that works a little deeper, one that quietly supports the conversation between your gut and your kidneys, helping the body clear uric acid more smoothly. Let's talk about black beans. Black beans have that rich, earthy flavor and a deep, inky color that almost feels grounding. That dark color comes from anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that help shield kidney cells from oxidative stress. Just one cooked cup offers about 15 grams of fiber, which binds toxins and metabolic waste in the gut before they ever reach the kidneys. With less waste arriving at the filters, urine production becomes steadier, and long-term strain on the kidneys begins to ease. What many people don't realize is how closely gut health and kidney health are linked. This connection, often called the gut-kidney axis, influences inflammation, waste signaling, and detox throughout the body. When the gut is supported, the kidneys receive fewer inflammatory signals and less metabolic debris to manage. Black beans are also gentler when it comes to phosphorus, containing lower levels than many other beans. This makes them a kinder option for people with mild kidney sensitivity. Excess phosphorus can build up in the blood when kidney regulation weakens, slowly hardening tissues and increasing strain on the kidneys over time. Keeping phosphorus lower helps protect that delicate balance. Each cup of black beans also provides around 120 milligrams of magnesium, a mineral that helps relax the arteries supplying the kidneys. When those vessels soften and open, blood flow improves, allowing oxygen and nutrients to reach the filtering tissue more easily. Better circulation means calmer, more efficient filtration. Another quiet strength of black beans is their resistant starch. This special type of starch feeds beneficial gut bacteria, strengthening the microbiome. A healthier gut sends fewer inflammatory signals to the kidneys and lowers systemic inflammation overall. In this way, black beans support kidney detox indirectly by reducing the body's internal inflammatory load. Their anthocyanins continue to work in the background, neutralizing free radicals, supporting immunity, and protecting kidney cells from tiny, cumulative injuries. Black beans also help reduce uric acid buildup, which can be especially helpful for those prone to gout or metabolic uric acid retention. Elevated uric acid doesn't just affect joints, it can contribute to kidney stones and ongoing kidney inflammation as well. Finally, black beans support better insulin sensitivity. This matters because insulin resistance quietly damages the small blood vessels inside the kidneys. When insulin action stays stable, filtration remains balanced, circulation stays healthier, and kidney function is preserved for the long term. Slow, steady, and deeply supportive black beans nourish both the gut and the kidneys in ways that add up over time. Black beans also offer quiet support for circulation by helping lower LDL, or bad, cholesterol. When cholesterol builds up, blood vessels narrow and oxygen delivery to the kidneys slows, making filtration harder than it needs to be. By keeping blood flow smoother, black beans help the kidneys receive the steady nourishment they rely on to do their work well. The fiber in black beans has been recognized by the Cleveland Clinic for its role in lowering systemic inflammation, largely through its effect on gut metabolites in the vascular environment. Portion and timing matter here. About half a cup to 1 cup, enjoyed at lunch or midday, is ideal. When the body is active, fluids move more naturally, allowing waste to be cleared earlier in the day and reducing pressure on nighttime filtration. It's important to be mindful of what you pair them with. Salty tortilla chips or heavily seasoned sides work against everything you're trying to support. Sodium pulls fluid into the tissues and forces the kidneys to work harder. Black beans feel best alongside simple foods like leafy greens or plain rice, which calm digestion and allow nutrients to release gently. One nourishing idea is a black bean and cilantro rice bowl: black beans, brown rice, fresh cilantro, cucumber, and a drizzle of olive oil. Each ingredient supports hydration and mineral balance while keeping sodium low. The cucumber adds extra fluid and a mild diuretic effect, and the olive oil helps the body absorb nutrients more efficiently. Another gentle option is a black bean and lime herb salad made with fresh herbs and mild spices. Skip added salt, and be especially cautious with commercial lime seasonings. They often hide sodium that quietly undermines kidney cleansing. Have you noticed changes in urination or swelling when you add more legumes to your meals? A simple yes or no and a short note can be incredibly helpful for others listening and learning. When shopping, dried black beans are usually the best choice because you control the sodium and can cook them until they're soft and easy to digest. If canned beans are more convenient, choose ones labeled no salt added and rinse them thoroughly. Rinsing removes residual sodium, preservatives, and excess starch, something many people skip, which is why gas or bloating can show up afterward. A few common missteps are worth avoiding. Pairing black beans with salty, processed foods cancels out their kidney-friendly benefits by forcing the kidneys to flush excess sodium. Another is skipping the soak. Soaking dried black beans for several hours or overnight reduces gas-producing compounds and makes digestion far more comfortable. And finally, remember this: beans can support the kidneys, but they can't do it alone. Adequate hydration is essential. Water is what allows the kidneys to transport and remove toxins smoothly. When you pair these foods with steady hydration, the support becomes gentle, effective, and deeply restorative over time. Now that we've walked through the 3 deeply supportive beans, I want to share a gentle bonus practice, one that helps your kidneys from a completely different angle. It's called gentle evening back heat therapy, and it's beautifully simple. This practice supports kidney function by helping the lower back soften, relax, and receive better circulation at just the right time of day. When you place a warm, not hot compress on your lower back for about 15 to 20 minutes, blood flow increases in the tissues surrounding the kidneys. That improved circulation delivers more oxygen and nutrients to the filtering areas and quietly supports the detox processes already happening behind the scenes. It also encourages lymphatic drainage, helping excess fluid move out of the tissues earlier in the evening so your kidneys don't have to rush to process it while you're trying to sleep. Warmth has another calming effect many people overlook. It relaxes the muscles along the spine and lowers stress-driven cortisol. When cortisol stays high, the body tends to hold on to sodium and fluid. As it softens, the kidneys are better able to release sodium and maintain balanced hydration. For many people, this simple shift alone can reduce nighttime urination by moving fluid elimination earlier in the day. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, do you carry tension in your lower back? Do you physically hold stress there? If so, your kidneys may feel that tension too. To apply this practice safely, always use gentle warmth, not high heat. Too much heat can irritate the skin and trigger a stress response in the nervous system, which works against the goal. Place the heating pad over the lower back, roughly where the kidneys sit. The warmth doesn't need to penetrate deeply, the tissues above absorb it and pass the signal inward. The best timing is 1 to 2 hours before bed, giving your body enough time to process fluids before you lie down, rather than stimulating urination during sleep. This practice becomes even more effective when paired with slow, calming breathing. A relaxed nervous system takes pressure off kidney filtration. Stress tells the body to hold on, calm tells it that it's safe to release. Many people are surprised by how much fluid retention is tied to tension and how much relief comes from simple relaxation. What's happening underneath is improved microcirculation around the kidneys. Blood flows more smoothly through the tiny filtering vessels, allowing kidney function to stay steady instead of fluctuating under stress. Observations from the Mayo Clinic have noted that gentle thermal methods can improve circulation and support kidney comfort in therapeutic settings. This isn't a medical treatment, but it is a nurturing lifestyle practice that encourages healthier kidney behavior over time. A few safety notes matter. Avoid this practice if you have neuropathy or reduced skin sensation, as overheating could go unnoticed. Never sleep with a heating pad on, and always keep the warmth mild. The goal is comfort, not intensity. Before you go, let's gently tie everything together. Cannellini beans support sodium removal and smooth filtration through fiber and clean plant protein. Adzuki beans provide powerful antioxidants that help detox waste and protect kidney tissue over the long term. Black beans help reduce uric acid and improve kidney blood flow, supporting steady filtration. Gentle back heat therapy improves circulation, lowers stress, and helps shift fluid elimination earlier in the day. If this video gave you clarity, comfort, or even a little hope, please subscribe before you go. And if this information brought you a sense of ease, comment the word relief.